Hi guys, good evening. Good evening everyone. It's actually very nice to meet everyone. So today let us just start with count and countifs formulas. Okay, see now we are continuously doing all the advanced formulas in Excel. So countif and countifs formulas are very advanced formulas and very useful formulas. So let us just do one particular thing here. Let us just learn how to count if. Yesterday we learned how to do sum if, correct? So in the same way, today let us learn how to do count if formulas. See, count if formula, sum if formula does what? It does some aggregation based on the conditions, correct? In the same way, count if formulas the just counts the number based on the conditions. In the same way, what we can do here is we can just copy all the product category here and paste it, remove the duplicates here, and then what we can do is we can go ahead and apply the countif formula is equal to countif range. Now it is asking me in which range I have to count. So what I'll do here is I'll just select the range where I have to count and say criteria is this criteria, correct? So each and every category, product category, I want to know how many counts of products or how many products are there in each and every category, correct? So I'll just count the number of categories here. So here you can see in each and every category, it is showing how many number of products are there. So in this particular thing, you can see automatically electronics 17 products are there, clothing 11, appliance 11, and furniture 11. Correct. So this is how we use a countif formula to do a basic countif, that is counting based on certain conditions. Now, in the similar way, we let us just see also how to do the count if s formula, that is count with multiple conditions. Okay, so I'll just transpose the value and paste it here. Transpose the values and paste it here, and then let me just take out the unique products. Correct, product names will take out the unique product names here. Okay, I missed the shortcut. Remove current selection. Yes. Okay. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and apply a COUNTIFS formula. Now, in the similar way, we'll apply a COUNTIFS formula. I applied the SUMIFS also. See, my first criteria range. What is my first criteria range? First, what I want to compare, what I want to count. I want to count the product category. So I'll just select the product category column here. And then the criteria is nothing but the criteria here itself. And here I have to log the row 10 because we'll have to drag down the formula, correct? So while dragging, the rows shouldn't get dragged down together. In the same way, now the criteria range 2, in the criteria range 2, what I have to select? I have to select the product name here. And what is my criteria? This is my criteria since I have to count the number of product names, correct? So in this particular case, what we will be locking? We'll be locking the H column here since we need to drag it to the right. So let us just now execute the formula and drag it down and just see how it works. Great. Now it is just saying that this formula is applied to all the product categories and all the product names. So now since this is looking like this, let's just format it in a better way. Okay. Now you can see how many products are there in which particular department here. So when we have multiple conditions, we can use COUNTIFS to actually count the number of items based on certain conditions, multiple conditions. And when we have only one particular condition, we can use a COUNTIF to actually count the number of items if there is only one condition. Okay. So this is how a COUNTIF formula works. Now later on, let us just go to the next formula here. We have something called as um, a row formula. Okay. So what does a row formula do? We just need to see what does a row formula do. A row formula does nothing but it just says what in which row I have actually. It gives me the row number of any selected range or cell, correct? So since I have selected G4 here, it is just saying that right now my row number is 4. Okay, a row formula does a very simple thing. It gives me the row number for the row selected. As simple as that. Row number for the row selected. So since I have selected the row 5, it is telling me that I have selected the row 5th and it is giving me the row number of the selected row. Correct. Now, see, this is a very, it seems like a very simple formula and we think what can we do with that? But in advanced usage of a row formula, if you see here, the serial numbers here, if suppose I have to put a serial number for all the rows here, what will I do is I'll just say 1 and 2 generally without doing anything. What we will do, we'll just drag it down like this so that now it has come up to 12. But what if in between I expand my data here and in between I have added 2 rows and again I have added 2 rows in between here also. Okay, see 3 to 4 rows I have added here. So now how can I cannot keep on each and every time dragging like this, right? What if the list is like thousands and all? Okay, so each and every time I cannot keep on dragging till the thousandth row. That will be a very difficult thing to do. So what I can actually do is, instead of doing so much of hard work, we can actually create a table first. Let me just first create an Excel table. If you guys remember what is an Excel table is nothing but a special object which does certain things. Okay. Since we already know that in an Excel table, the formulas get applied automatically. So what I'll do is equal to I'll type row. So when I'm not selecting anything inside the bracket. I'm not selecting any range inside the bracket. That means it will give me the current row number itself where the formula is written. See, right now the formula is being written in fourth. In the same way, if the formula gets expanded, in that row, that particular row number will be shown. So right now, if you can see, it is showing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct. Now, what is happening here is since I have started from the fourth row, it is showing like that. So what I will do, I'll subtract the first 3 rows from this row. So you can see, I'll say minus 3, row minus 3 here. Now you can see automatically the row numbering is automatically applied from 1 to 21. Now what I'll do here is I'll just expand the selection. No matter how many rows I expand it to or how many rows I add, you can see automatically the serial numbers are being updated and getting added. Why it is getting added automatically? First thing is because it's an Excel table and the formulas will keep on getting filled automatically in any new row you add. And the second thing is the formulas will get automatically executed since since it is being automatically filled, the Excel table itself will execute the formulas and you can see it seems like the row numbers are getting automatically updated here. So this is how we use a row formula in a very advanced way. Okay. So this row formula seems like a very simple formula, but the way we use things in Excel that actually matters. Okay. Now let us just go to the next formula here, that is if error formula. If error formula. See, in Excel, how do we get errors in Excel? What are the ways that we can get errors in Excel? Can anyone type in the live chat box? How do we get errors in Excel? Okay, I guess my laptop is a little bit hung. Just go to this. I think there is a little bit of a technical glitch here. Let me just clear out that. So, yeah, Excel file. Yeah, let me just work on the same Excel file only. It's much better that way. Okay, sorry guys, sorry for the disturbance. Actually, I have a small technical glitch here. Just give me 5 minutes so that I can solve it here. Okay, yeah, so we are back on again. Sorry for that small glitch. There was a small technical glitch in the system here. Okay, so what I was saying is, how do we get errors in Excel? See, any error in Excel can be only possible through a formula, correct? An error can be caused in a cell only by a formula here. So when we have a error in the formula, how to handle that particular error? So if suppose we have an error here, see we have a random error here, random formula here. And when we need to handle that particular error, if suppose an error is encountered, we need to do something else. So what we can actually do here is, we can just say is equal to if error value, and when there is, see where my error is occurring, that particular formula I'm selecting here. And if there is an error, what I have to do? So what I'll do here is, if there is an error, I just want to say it is an error, correct? It is an error. Now just press enter. So whenever there is an error here, automatically the formula will do what? It will say it is an error. As simple as that. So I've just showed an example where we say it is an error. But what we need to do is, we can give any kind of formulas also inside this, and we can always go go ahead and we can always go ahead and write anything that we want, any condition that we want here. So if I remove this particular error, you can see automatically the error is also gone. Okay. In the same way, we have one more error formula, that is error formula. And anything, any formula that is starting with an is, it automatically means the formula will give only output as true or false. Okay. So when it is giving output as only true or false, what we can do is, see right now we can just see the formula itself and understand. Is even, what will happen in this particular formula? If it is even, it will give me true. If it is false, it will give me false. So right now, since it is 0, it is giving. So if I put 4 here, it is giving me true. If I put 3, you can say it is giving me false. So in the same way, is error formula will do what? It will do a very, very simple thing. It will just say whether it is an error or no. That means this can be a text also. Hash value and that particular thing, I can type it also as a text, right? But that doesn't qualify as an error in the formula. An error is thrown by the formula, or an error is given by the formula itself. So when I select an is error formula, it is saying that yes, it is an error. Okay, as simple as that. Now, what we can do here is, see, we have today seen three kinds of formulas here. First thing is countif formula, second thing is row formula, and the third thing is if error formula, if error or error handling formulas. So all these formulas are very, very important even from your in like interview perspective, and also from your perspective of like a job. And also this is how we handle errors in Excel. So, suppose, yeah, if you guys have any doubts, you can always go ahead and ask me. Or what we can do, okay, what we can do here is we can just go ahead and end the session. Also, over and above that, so you can see this particular material is such in a detailed form. So if you want to get hold of this material, you can always go ahead and subscribe for it, as I have already given an offer for only for the live session students. So yeah, you can always go ahead and purchase only the materials here and also certificates separately. And if you want a the recorded sessions also can be purchased separately. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for today. Then let's meet tomorrow. Bye. See you guys.